Hey everyone, I'm making a short video on my thoughts really on the MCM after version 3 after about, I've had it for about a week, but because of work, I've used it for maybe about a total of 3 or 4 days, and I'm going to give you guys my thoughts, my ideas, what I thought helped, because now I'm at the point where I've been able to ride my unicycle to the park, ride it to work, and go to places like that. So really, I could go just about everywhere. But before I say anything more, I wanted to also say that I haven't tried using the electric unicycle on grass yet, and that's something that I'm looking forward to trying. I just haven't had the time really to do it, and I've been focusing, when I do have time, I've been focusing on making sure I'm fine on cement rather than grass first, because grass is a little bit harder from what I've been told. So I actually got a couple of things out here, and this is going to be probably, it's going to be my thoughts after using it for, or having it for about a week, and my thoughts on really when you're first getting it, what you should prepare for. And the number one thing probably is the inside of your ankle and the shins. So when you first start using the electric unicycle, your legs are not going to be used to it by far. So when I started using it, my legs were hurting when I went on for like 30 minutes, and this is why I went on for 30 minutes. I kept trying to learn, and I ended up actually getting tons of bruises all over my legs, and that kind of scared me a little bit. Not too much, but I did have to go to work the next day, and it's very, very much not really labor intensive at all, but you are on your feet constantly. So if I bruised up my legs or anything, I'd definitely be feeling it. And I don't want anything to impact my my work ethic. Well, not really ethic, but my work production, I guess you would say. So I got these two things. These are actually for if you're learning like martial arts. These go under the gloves, things like that. These are Everlast, which is a boxing company, but I actually use them to wrap around my legs. It actually worked quite well. I was surprised by how well it worked. I wrapped actually a couple of Kleenexes in it to create more of a padding, and it worked really, really well. So yeah, and another solution you can do besides doing that, which I found it is great, is socks. So this pair is a Jordan socks. These are pretty thick. If you get those or Nike Elites, you should be relatively fine. I mean, you could put like some Kleenex in your sock if you really wanted to, but you should be fine without it. That's what I used one of the days I was working on learning, and that definitely helped. Another thing that definitely helps is wearing a pair of jeans. Right now I'm at the point where I can wear shorts and there won't be any issues for me now, because my feet have gotten accustomed to the feeling, and I got also some pads on my electric unicycle. But definitely would recommend. Also, if you really want to, even if you don't have any boots, you should probably get some boots because you're going to need it at some point. Get some boots was one of the recommendations I got from one of my viewers, and that definitely does help. I just don't like the boots generally because it weighs a little bit more, so I don't know, it just feels strange to me. So I've been using basketball shoes. Basketball shoes work because they have pretty good cushion for the ankles. But besides that, you'll also just get over it with time. So these are the two shoes I've worn when using my unicycle primarily. The first one is these Puma Fawes. I don't know which number it is, but I really like them a lot. And I think that the Fawes foam works better than these, these are the Nike vapermax. These are really nice, but the issue I find is that if your foot is too wide for the pedals, or if you have your foot kind of angled in a different way, the outside of your foot could start hurting quite easily, and that's what was happening with me. So I don't think I'm going to be using the Vapor Maxes. I guess it's kind of a preference thing. I'm still new to it. I'm still getting used to the feeling. But those Pumas are really, really good. I've been using those a lot. But my thoughts, I guess I would say, on having used my electric unicycle for about maybe 3 or 4 days. Well, I'll explain what I have achieved so far to give you guys an idea, and then I'll tell you what I think. So I have been able to get my turns to be a little bit sharper, a little bit smoother, and that's really where my last video left off on, was my turns. I was able to turn, but not very sharply, not very smoothly. And I would say once you figure that out, you can get almost anywhere on your electric unicycle. I haven't tried grass yet, but I'm sure that I could get through grass. I'm sure if it's not too thick. Unfortunately, we've been having lots of rain at where I live, so it's really thick. But it shouldn't be much of an issue. I think I have actually ridden on my lawn, but that's not very, very much of a practice at all. But yeah, turns are really key, and I didn't really worry too much about acceleration. Now it was weird because I think I mentioned this, that my app said that I had gone up to 27 miles per hour. And I know I was going really, really fast and pushing it. But I think something was wrong with the app, and now it's working fine, because now whenever I go up to 15 miles per hour it beeps, and that's what it's typically supposed to do. So I don't know if that was an issue with the app, or my electric unicycle didn't have a any of the safety features on, and it turned on later or something. I don't know, but that's something that kind of spooked me a little bit, because I didn't think I was going quite that fast. And the other thing to bring up is the app. Now the app is new. I can only get the new one. I can't get the old version. So unfortunately, all the beeping and everything, I can't turn it off unless I find a version of the old app that I can download. and I'm still looking for that kind of a thing. So hopefully I can find it, because that would solve a lot of problems that I have. But I'm also not trying to go super fast. If I do go fast, that's fine. If I don't, that's fine. I'd rather be slower and be safe. So, and if I want something faster, then I would probably want an upgrade. I probably would want a better electric unicycle, one that's more fit to go at a higher speed. But for right now, I'm fine where I am. And I'm actually quite happy that it does have the 15 miles per hour limit on it, because, well, the first beep on it, first warning, because that means that I'm getting up to that 15 miles that it's supposed to, it said that, the manual said that it's supposed to get to. So, I'm pretty happy about that. The other thing I would say when learning, or at least really on anything, obviously be careful. I've learned that with getting an electric unicycle, it is super quiet, so most people aren't going to notice. I've had people back up out of their driveways, and from where I live, there's a lot of older people, so they don't even turn their heads to look to see if anybody's coming or anything. They just pull right out of their driveway. And there was a time where I was actually right behind the car, and the person started pulling out, and I don't know why, but they didn't see me for whatever reason, and I was able to accelerate fast enough, so, which was nice. But I've also had to brake pretty fast, and all of this stuff, no matter where you are, this is stuff you're going to need to learn in order for to not be a safety hazard. Another thing is bushes. But you're going to understand, you may not understand right now, but you will understand, bushes are so bad for the electric unicycle, and this is why. When I was going my first time, I was going around my block, not far at all, maybe about a quarter of a mile, just doing my laps pretty much on the electric unicycle, seeing if I could do it, because I was learning. I went around, and there's a bush, a hedge. Now, there were two people, that the owners of that house were working on their garden, but for whatever reason, they were sprawled out on the sidewalk. I don't know why they were sprawled on the sidewalk. Personally, I think that they should have been on their lawn, because the sidewalk is for the public, so that makes sense. But anyways, because they were sprawled out and there was a bush, I couldn't see them until right at the moment, and first time that happened, I was able to stop. Luckily, they were panicking. They were obviously a little startled for obvious reasons. I guess part of it could have been my fault, and I think that part of it could have been my fault, that I just wasn't able to see them. I don't think I was going that fast. I would think I was going about maybe 5 miles per hour, so I was going pretty slow, so I was able to anticipate it. Well, I go around again, so I'm thinking that they may have moved. Well, guys were running down I don't know why he's running down, to be quite frank, but he was running down his lawn and almost ran right into me as I'm going right by the bushes. And not only that, but his wife was also still on the sidewalk on the ground. So I stopped at that point. But I guess the point is that you gotta always be careful. You have no idea what's gonna happen. Always be safe. Wear a helmet. Wear pads. I stopped wearing a helmet and wearing pads in residential areas, because that issue it's a rare issue. We don't almost anywhere you go, you can see what's happening in front of you for quite some distance. And I don't really go on the sidewalk now. I've been going into the street when I'm making that turn in case they do end up being sprawled on the sidewalk working on plants. But anyways, the point is to be safe. Make sure you have a helmet. Make sure you have really arm that wrist straps. I think they're called. I don't know what they're called exactly, but the protection for your hands. Because when I first started, I was scratching up my hands quite a bit, and I even had the protection on, so my hands would have been completely torn up. So these are my tips, I guess, on starting to learn. If you don't get it, it takes time. It's really hard to say. For some people, it's taken weeks. Some people, it's taken days. Some people, it's taken hours. It really all depends kind of on your work ethic, how determined you are. If you're willing to push through the bruises and whatnot that you're going to be getting, you should be fine. It's really not that hard, and I mean, I really think I could have done a better job as far as learning how to ride the unicycle. I could have done a better job, but the way that I did it, I'm pleased with the results that I was able to, that I can do now. I can go to the store, get something, come back. I can go to a friend's house and come back. And that's really all I got this thing for. That and also work. And for if you want to take it to work or someplace, buy a U-lock. Because those things are great. They're the best locks you can get, I feel. And then the other thing is that these are expensive, the electric unicycles. So you don't want somebody to steal it. You don't want to take that chance. So definitely just get a U-lock. Better safe than sorry. It doesn't cost really that much. Because the way that I see it is, would you rather buy a U-lock or would you rather buy a whole electric unicycle? A whole new one. And it's not worth taking the chance. So those are my thoughts. Those are my really my review, I guess you would say, on the MCM Gotway version 3. And hopefully, I mean, I've been working, I think you guys saw the previous video, and I've been working on trying to get some good footage of when I'm on the electric unicycle. I'm trying different camera angles and whatnot. I'm just seeing which one would be best, which one looks the best. I'm obviously doing this on my phone, so it's a little hard because of that too. But yeah, hopefully there'll be some videos of this coming up soon. So, anyways, hope you guys liked this video. Hope this helped any of you out that's interested in learning how to ride an electric unicycle or is in the process of learning how to ride an electric unicycle and you're having issues. Hopefully this will prepare you, or this will help you make the improvements that you want, and hopefully you will succeed and be able to ride your electric unicycle. Anyways, that's the video. Hope you guys liked this video. Leave a like if you did. Definitely leave comments. I'm always going to say that. All comments are good. There's really no bad comments in my eyes. Just about anything helps, unless you put down like something that doesn't mean anything, then yeah, that's a bad comment, I guess. But anyways, everybody, I hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.